Today is Friday, April 10th, Good Friday. And Good Friday has always been a challenge for people. From the very beginning, Good Friday threw people for a loop because it didn't fit with what they thought they knew about Jesus. Up to that point, Jesus had shown power. He had the power to save people from afflictions, both physical and spiritual. But where was that power now? As he was on the cross, people said he saved others, but he can't save himself. And up to that point, Jesus had always shown wisdom. He had so much wisdom that people asked, how could someone without formal training be so wise? But where was that wisdom now? How could someone so wise miscalculate so badly that he got himself crucified? Good Friday was a stumbling block, and it's still a stumbling block today. Religiously minded people want a God of power, a God of miracles who will swoop in and solve all their problems. Intellectually minded people want explanations and proof before they'll believe anything. On Good Friday, Jesus points us to the cross. And Good Friday turned everything on its head. It's an obstacle for everyone. The religiously minded people say, that's not power, that's weakness and defeat. You're asking us to embrace suffering. And intellectually minded people say, that's not wisdom. How can someone dying a couple thousand years ago save me from my sins? It doesn't make any sense. And I suppose, in a sense, we're guilty on both counts. It's not power, at least not by the way the world defines power. It's God's power made manifest in weakness. And it's not wisdom, at least not according to the world's view of wisdom. There's no mathematical proof. There's no detailed explanation. There's really no explanation at all. Over the centuries, Christians have tried to come up with different explanations, but the Bible doesn't do that. The Bible tells us that Jesus died for us, and because of his death, we can be forgiven of our sins. And it makes no effort to explain exactly how that works. And so this is a struggle for people, because it's not the power or the wisdom they're looking for. And if we are looking at this from the outside, it will always be frustrating. It's only when we are on the inside, only when we embrace the cross of Jesus Christ, that we begin to see the power and wisdom of God at work. As Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 22 and 23. Jews demand miraculous signs, and Greeks look for wisdom. But we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block for Jews and foolishness to Gentiles. But to those whom God has called, both Jew and Greek, Christ is the power of God and the wisdom of God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than man's wisdom, and the weakness of God is stronger than man's strength. May God be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.